These just cutscenes? No, we actually get to do stuff. Here I have the police and medical report. The latter is still blank. According to the police, the deceased name is Father Ernest Glenn. Oh! The priest. The man immolated himself. Must be something wrong with the water pressure valve. An anatomical model built of actual human bones. Scalpel. Oh! We get to do an autopsy. Fun times. I'm not finished here yet. We will see if the police report is right. Good lord, what a mess. Okay. I'm not sure yet if I need to cut it all. Okay, let's take a look at him. The skin is scorched. The cause of death is probably shock caused by the sudden burns. A horrible way of passing. What could lead a man of God to commit such an act? A different God. All that remains is to file the medical report so that he can receive the proper treatment that a fine gentleman deserves. Nothing else to do here? File the medical report. This case still puzzles me. If he wanted to commit suicide, why did he do it in such a painful manner? Was he drugged or intoxicated? I should check his stomach for signs of poisoning. Let's slice. Yum. Alright, the stomach looks fine on the outside. Now we'll cut it open and check its contents. The Foley is so gross. What is this? There's something strange here. It looks like a piece of paper. Oh, wait. Pincer. It is a note. Ernest Glynn. Jeremiah Devitt, Alexandra D, and Hugo Ashton? That's the fourth guy. I'm proud of the one who's writing the letters to Alexandra. The crumpled note with 4 names, one of them crossed out. I think I should inform the inspector immediately. Because it's not Beechworth. Interesting. Death sentence. Francis Baldwin. After being certified Bonneville guilt by appeal jury, we find you guilty. Oh, this was the murdery dude. Guilty of the wicked and violent murders of 14 innocent and sick people. Because of this sentence, I am hereby authorized to execute you at this very moment by hanging to death in the sight of God. Would you like to make a final statement before we proceed? That's right, you had a little move before. Why will you say that I'm mad? You should have seen how mercifully I proceeded. With what love? I saved them. I released them. Now they're in a better place. I remember what I did for his voice earlier. Do you still believe I am mad? Yeah, a little bit. Bye now. Okay, wander in the fog. She is the only survivor. What happened to the others? They are all dead. I'd like to talk to her. Oh, it's him. Okay. Oh, no. She has spoken only nonsense since she woke up. There's no doubt this is a Catholic monastery. A number of remedies in china and glass jars. Miss Parnell is staring meditatively at this small plant. Good afternoon. My name is Johann Kaufman. I am a doctor. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Please be careful with what you ask. Miss Parnell's state is delicate. I am perfectly fine and able to talk, sister. Thanks for your consideration.
Now, Doctor, I understand you want me to repeat my story?
I would be thankful to hear it indeed.
I'll stay outside if you need me.
Okay.
I am a sane woman, Doctor, in complete control of my mind and reason. You do not dare to question it.
I certainly wouldn't.
Then I will commence. I woke up in the dark. The room was small, so narrow that I could touch the wooden walls just by raising my elbows.
This happened right after you were attacked?
No, I think quite some time passed since that. I can barely remember anything of that while. When I got out, I found myself in my parents' house. I hadn't been there since they sent me to school.
Were your parents there? Did you see anyone there? Your parents or maybe someone you know?
No, they were not in the house, nor was any servant I had known in the years of my childhood. I was alone. I could feel the humid air on my skin and smell the scent of the long time abandoned. I walked the rooms unsettled by the silence. The place had a bleak feel of ruin. Then I saw someone. In the opposite end of the corridor, an old woman stared at me.
An old woman? Who was she?
How should I know? I hadn't seen her before. I followed her out through the back alley and into the streets.
I got lost in the burg of Aberdeen.
The streets were deserted and a thick fog covered everything.
I thought I had seen the old woman through the fog once or twice, but it could have just been shadows. So the city was empty?
No, not completely. I met some people, vagabonds. One of them was a priest. I remember a novelist and a boy, too.
The priest, where did you meet him?
I met him at a stable. Good Lord, he said mass there among the beasts. Can you imagine the profanity?
Tell me more about the novelist.
The woman had never written a word. She created only in her mind, you know. She could tell the stories sentence by sentence with perfect precision, and I could even hear a piece of her last work.
Do you remember anything about the novelist's work?
Yes, the piece she told me was something like, "The shadows of the past soon melted within the land that loves silence. Through the fog they walked, they found themselves lost. Hoping for a sign from their gods, they set camp on the beach where 30 birds awaited to meet their crown."
So the boy, what about him?
I came across an abandoned carriage. The horse was long dead, its bones still harnessed to the cart. There was a young man petting the carcass of the animal.
Did you talk to... do you remember anything else?
Yes, I do. As I walked, the fog got denser. I could barely see anything around. I finally met the old woman. She didn't say a thing, but gave me a cardboard card. Then she left.
She gave you a playing card?
It was one of those used to tell fortune. There was a drawing of it of a failed person holding a lamp.
The hermit?
Then the mist seemed to clear out and I could finally see.
Granted, the cards they were using for the fortune telling earlier seemed to be the artist's own invention. They weren't tarot cards per se. So, what could you see?
A barren land, bathed by roaring waves. There were thousands of birds, and then I realized there was something else.
What was it?
It was there. It looked at me, the burning dark inside, the shaking, the scream. That vision, I cannot understand. What is it, Doctor? Have I finally lost my strength of mind?
I believe you. I am sure that what you lived is real. But I am afraid that I currently lack any proof that can confirm your account. I am sorry. I should leave. Thank you for your time. It looks like a tarot card. Like, but not quite. It's kind of like the hermit. I think it's the hermit. But anyway. Beechworth's Wake. Ooh, that kind of wake.
He does not look dead, but just asleep. I barely know him, busy as he was traveling the world. What would be of a man with no aspiration for the other side to inspire or lead him? I knew it would come to this. Your father was a terrible mess of a man. I am only grateful that he brought you to our home. Soon enough, not long after you were born. I hold no doubt that you will learn from this bad example and grow up to be a righteous gentleman.
What could be
there greater than the efforts of mortals to rise from their miserable condition?
We will speak later, young man. We're busy.
This is so sad. He was most dearest to me. You know, your father was a complicated man. He had a strong character, was stubborn as a mule, where he had taken the determination. He believed he had a mission in this world, though I'm not sure he knew exactly what it was.
That which avoids description, the unknown, provides men with a reason to exist. This is a most sorrowful day. Mr. Beechworth was a great man, lad. This is such an obscure domain, its secrets taken by man from the silence of nature and death. You are the young Beechworth, is that right? Your father left you everything, Anthony, the house, his accounts, and all his belongings for you to receive when you come of age. He was very specific in his testament, though, that you should receive this promptly, his personal book log.
A diary.
These are the memoirs of my life, my research, and the knowledge of the other side. Oh wait, this is Beechworth's voice, sorry.
Use them wisely, son.
Well, okay.